Good morning, shoppers. Hey folks, Adam here, Elite Demonstrations. We're checking out a really fun batch of products, including Dr. Kara's Pure Nature, first and foremost. We'll give everyone a minute to get going and get started. Get everyone into the chat room. I'm gonna get my Pure IV set up. I'll get a soda going just for a little bit of sugar. And yeah, I can't wait to talk about all these fantastic products. Of course, Dr. Kara is running a sale right now, 5% off Pure Nature, which is his best-selling product. So it's a great time to stock up when you get these sales. Hey, I can see that, Matthew. How are you doing today? So we already have a few people in the chat room. We're going to be live streaming this throughout the internet and the interglobes. And I just picked up this shirt on Amazon. I forget the brand, but it's kind of a fitted shirt. Got a couple different sizes. Caprice is here. Watson's here. Good to see you guys. How's everyone doing? It is a fine day. I think Amy's going to come upstairs and do a little editing and provide commentary in the background. I don't think she got dressed up for the show. She's got a lot to do today. A lot of Amazon living. Gonna get need a little caffeine. I got up at 4 something this morning. It was just go, recording videos. We did electric bikes, etc., etc. Gonna do an electric bike video here after this. Hello, Ryan. How you doing today? So we got a full chat room. That's incredible. And we are promoting Dr. Kara's Pure Nature. We got some fun stuff going on. Maybe Caprice, are you already back for the day? Or are you still out and about traveling the world? Caprice is one who joins us a lot of times. He'll be like, I'm in the parking lot at the doctor's office, or he's out and about doing stuff. He's a busy guy. I watched a documentary today around 5 a.m. about coal mining. I was curious because, I saw a bunch of different debate. I watched some documentaries about coal mining and people giving their 2 cents on whether or not we should shut down coal mines. Then I actually see what coal miners have to do to get this coal that we're mostly just selling to China so China can make steel and run their power plants. It is Black Lung City. It is surprising how barbaric the process still is even today. Ryan says, woohoo, he's doing all right, got himself some Baja Blast for the summer. Well, Ryan, if you haven't tried it yet, you should try some of Dr. Kara's Pure IV. Stuff is absolutely fantastic. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But Pure IV, just a stellar product, again, from Dr. Kara. And Dr. Kara really knows his stuff. We need to get him back on here. We had him on live. He called in. We put him on speakerphone, and you guys could hear him and ask us questions. I enjoyed doing that. Caprice is on the go car service, so he's a taxi guy today. It's always good that we got Uber drivers watching Amazon Live. Not actual Uber drivers, but that's fun. Yeah, I got my Pure IV. Doing the lemon again today. I'm gonna get some more watermelon here soon. Again, watermelon's my preferred. Did a little 3D printing work yesterday. I had a cold the last couple days, but I think the worst of it is past me. Oops, there we go. All right. Pure IV to the rescue, my friends. Good stuff. All right. So there's my Pure IV. I like to put it into a container here and have it to where I can just sip on it throughout the episode. It nourishes you and doesn't make you feel bad. Good stuff. You can just fill in a container of like an old bottle of Gatorade, put it in there, or if you're out on the go, if you're at a restaurant, you can pour it into your water there. If you're at Bubba's or Chili's or wherever you may be, save yourself the $3 that they charge you for a soda now. I went to, I think it was yesterday morning, I went to Waffle House. There's a Waffle House spitting distance from my house. You can pretty much walk there. I went to Waffle House for breakfast. I had a chicken breast, hash browns, bacon, and a Diet Coke. After tip, $25. We're living in a whole new America. Whole new America with pricing is ridiculous. So yeah, skip the soda, which was almost $4, and just go ahead and get yourself some Pure IV. So let's see. Matthew says, I'm watching and will be programming interior light boards for cars. That's really fun. interior light control boards for cars. What kind of cars would that be? Caprice SS says, thank goodness for Dr. Kara, keeps me active and feeling great. Yeah, there's some really good stuff from Dr. Kara. In fact, I need to take my Gut Bio Max. We're got first 15 minutes, we're going to cover all these fun Dr. Kara products. This is a probiotic, prebiotic, and postbiotic. If you go to, I think it's besthealthsupplementreviews.com. I'm a paid spokesperson for some supplements there, and I always rank Dr. Kara very highly. All right, let's get our probiotics in. Helps your digestion. Ryan asks if I prefer using reused bottles or insulated cooler bottles. I gotta admit, I am the king of reusing bottles. I use them too much. Like I like to reuse plastic bottles. Like if I get something like this, I'll use it several times. You know, it's I don't see any harm in it. You can rinse it out. Ryan says, yeah, soda is very expensive these days, and you have to treat it like a treat. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I know so many people who, when they cut the sugar sodas out of their diet, they lose 20, 30 pounds just because of the amount of sugar they're taking in. You take on 2 sodas a day, that's about almost 400 calories or more. Sometimes larger bottles can be 600 calories. That's a third of your caloric intake that you need. And if you're older, you probably only need about 1,500 calories. So get rid of those sodas. Switch to Dr. Kara. If you are drinking sugar sodas, like regular sodas, Kool-Aids and things like that, and you're overweight, just switching to something like Pure IV, I don't doubt you'll lose a ton of weight. Ryan says, I like reusing plastic bottles too, and then rinse and recycle when I get a new one. Yeah, absolutely. I've got some water bottles, and I'll refill a water bottle throughout the day because I can go through 6 water bottles a day, but just fill them with water and keep drinking them. You're fine. You refill them. So let's see. Let's see if we can think of somebody. We're gonna play that Guess the Celebrity. Boy, I need to learn new celebrities. I haven't seen anyone in a long time. I don't watch a lot of movies. Okay. I got one for you. We're gonna play Guess the Celebrity. Hey Braden, how you doing this morning? Good to hear you. Glad you could make it today. How's Michigan treating you? How's the weather everywhere? I think it's a rainy day here in Florida, so we actually have a little bit cooler weather. Ziggy, what's the weather?
The current weather is 84 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies.
Yeah, we got a cold day. 84.
You can expect some sun and thunderstorms with a high of 93 degrees.
High of 93, which is way less than we've been having lately. So, those people who said that the temperatures were rising, I think they're starting to be right. Because it has been hot these last few years. It just keeps getting hotter here in Florida. So I'm going to play Guess This Celebrity. You guys ask yes or no questions, and we'll see if we can guess this celebrity. Braden says it was a low of 51 this morning. Wow, do you believe it was 51 in Michigan this morning?
What part?
Well, that's where Braden lives. I think that's down south, right? So I don't know. He's not Clinton Township, but he's about that area. Like he's down the state a bit. Amy just joined us. She's going to be doing some editing from the chair, or maybe replying to emails from the chair not too far away from me. That's nice. It's good to have a little co-hosting going on. I'm going to bug her every once in a while between editing. Braden says maybe get up to about 80. Caprice SS says it was 73. 73, got lost in the chain there. Ryan says it's a pleasant 69 here in Michigan. And Braden says Southeast Michigan. He's in Southeast Michigan. So yeah, boy, my computer's locking up and I'm trying to get our celebrity. So we're going to play Guess the Celebrity. But I got to get his Wikipedia page to open, and it's being a little quirky.
His, you said his.
Ah, no. And Ryan already asked, is the celebrity a dude? Yes, it is a dude. So we have a his dude. Well, I can't get the Wikipedia open, so that's going to make it even more challenging. So you guys can ask, is he bald? He's not known to be bald. Like most people, like he's a person that may have been bald at some point, but he is known to have hair. Is he a comedian? Yeah, he's does a lot of movies that are comedy based. Non-bald male comedian. Amy, you got any guesses? I can't open up his Wikipedia, so I can't give you specific like dates and things.
Is he from the United States?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's definitely in the United States. He is a person who is not black, based on our questions. And has he been in a Tarantino movie? I don't think he's been in a Tarantino movie. He's not notably in a Tarantino movie. Is he over 50? Yeah, I think he's pretty well over 50. Yeah. Probably pushing 70, although, again, don't have the Wikipedia open.
Does he do stand-up?
He probably has done some stand-up early in his career, but he's not a stand-up comedian by any means. Yeah, not a stand-up comedian by any means. Rising Sun, I am in Warren, Michigan, and still have Canadian smog. Well, you need to pick up one of them air purifiers on Amazon, and for your own health, maybe it's time to get a probiotic, a postbiotic, and a prebiotic from Dr. Kara, Gut Biomax, which is also in our carousel. You know what I love from Dr. Kara? Ultra Beats. Rising Sun asks if it is Steve Martin. It is not. Caprice SS says, was he in the Blues Brothers? There's our weekly Blues Brothers reference. He is not. And it is not Bill Murray. Oh, so Rising Sun, should we go by Rising Sun, or do you have a preferred name? I'll try to remember it. Ryan says, has he been in a buddy cop comedy? Yeah, he has. I'm pretty sure he's been in a buddy cop comedy at some point.
Ooh,
I can think of.
know who it is, 'cause I don't.
Yeah. Boy, my computer is being a little. I can't click. Oh well. Well, I got a search page up, so he has been in a buddy cop comedy. Seems fun. Nope, pulled up his Wikipedia. Now we can get the specifics. But yeah, folks, make sure to check out Dr. Kara. I love the Ultra Beats. We need to start bringing one of my big yellow cups up here from Dickies so I can do Dr. Kara up here. Ooh, I haven't done Dickies in a while. Where's Jean when you need her? Let's see. Was he in a buddy cop? Yeah. Did he portray a famous rock star? I don't think he's been a rock star. I can't think of any. No, I don't know of any time he's been a rock star. I mean, he's been in a lot of movies, so I may be mistaken, but he's not like Val Kilmer. I almost said Val Morrison. That's not a person. It's not Val Kilmer. He's not there was a movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg, and it's not that.
Was he on SNL?
Was he on SNL? He's hosted SNL.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely hosted SNL. I don't know if he's been a character on it. He's not necessarily known for that. Boy, I might have to reboot this computer. It is being a wee bit quirky.
Would you like to?
No, I'm good. You do your thing. Was he at the height of his career in the 90s and early 2000s? He's had a long career. I can't pick a time that he's been at his peak, but yeah, I mean, he did real well in the 90s and 2000s.
Is he currently making movies?
Yeah, he's currently making movies. He's a big star.
Did you say he's 70?
I don't know his exact age. Let me look. Did I say he's 70? I said he's probably about 70. He's almost 70. That's not a yes or no question, though. Was he on TV? Yes, he was on TV. He's 90. No, he's not 90. Sean Jones is back, though. What? Texas in the house. How you doing, Sean Jones? So yeah, this guy is almost 70. He's in his 60s. Cool cat. So yeah, I think I like this shirt. I think I'm gonna get more of this shirt in different colors. This is one that we just got out of the mailbox today. Is he Canadian? He is a male actor who is not from Canada. What else have you guys answered right? He is not black. He is not necessarily bald. He has been in a sitcom at least once, he's been on TV. Ooh, I'm surprised you aren't getting this one yet. All right, back to the task at hand. Make sure to check out Pure Nature, one of my favorites. Comfort Guard, this has got some turmeric in it, some Boswellia serrata extract, some 95% root extract, and a little ginger, old ginger. We know a ginger. Ryan, is Ginger joining us today? She needs to start coming to these. We miss her. She was the queen of trivia. She would have had this by now. Does he have a famous wife? Oh man. I don't know. I don't know the wife, but I'm sure Hollywood knows the wife. You know what I mean? Like, you may know who it is, but I don't happen to know her. There's a wife.
Did he star in a movie with a lot of kids?
That's a weird question.
Like, was he in a movie where, like, the Cheaper by the Dozen movie? Was that?
But they asked if he's Steve Martin, and he's not Steve Martin.
That's what ChatGPT told me it was.
Okay. What did you ask ChatGPT?
I was like, ChatGPT, tell me a male comedian actor from the United States that's almost 70 years old. And ChatGPT was like, you're probably talking about Steve Martin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think she's off helping the wee grandkids. Oh, Fifi's out and about. Fifi's a busy lady. We were thinking of Fifi's Afro Squad name. We like to do puns. Amy, what were some of your names? It's Commanda Amanda, but Dynamite. Your name would be Dynamite. I think that's a great Afro Squad name. Snowman Jones. There was a guy named Critical Reflex. Joe Hughes was Commander Houston. Sean was Crazy Man Knievel. We've got Shanghai Pete and Public Dick. And what other Afro Squad characters have we had over the years? But we were trying to think of Fifi's Afro Squad name. Should we ever make an Afro Squad movie? If you think of a good nickname for Fifi, I've got two that will come up and we'll let you vote here in a moment. Sean Jones says Steve Martin's over 70, and Fifi's wrangling baby Dwight right now. Ryan said he made key lime pie yesterday with huge dollop of whipped cream on top. Wow. Well, make sure you're getting your nutrients too.
Was he in National Lampoon movies?
It's not Chevy Chase.
Man, ChatGPT is wrong.
Chevy's over 70.
Yeah, and it wasn't, it's not Bill Murray either.
No, it wasn't Bill Murray.
Yeah, ChatGPT is no one.
It's not Larry David. Woo, man. There's a lot of people who fit this description. What else could he be known for? I don't think I'm throwing you guys off. Seems really obvious when you hear it. It's not Ray Romano. You guys have to ask yes or no questions, not just name people, though. Is he from Michigan? He is not from Michigan. Right, so you have to ask yes or no questions, but I will answer that. It is not Andy Kaufman, where you can't just ask, is it this person?
He's not in the Blues Brothers.
He is not in the Blues Brothers. So it's not Dan Aykroyd, not John Belushi, not even John Goodman, who was in Blues Brothers 2000.
Doesn't count.
Does not count. Should not count for anything. That was an awful movie. Considering how good the original was. Okay. I did ask yes or no. I asked if he was a stand-up before. Okay, fair enough. You're correct. Before saying Ray. All right, you're correct. If you get one right, you can then guess. I was just getting a lot of guesses and not a lot of questions.
Does he currently have a Hulu show?
Hulu?
Yeah. I think it's on Hulu, yeah.
Hulu? I would guess not. No. I searched the word Hulu in his IMDb and I didn't see anything there. He's been in movies. He's been active since the 70s. I'm going to start giving you hints. He is an A-lister. It's not Eugene Levy. I'll give you a hint. He's been in movies from 1980, and his most recent was probably this year. IMDb has 2019, but I think he's been in stuff this year. He's big. He's big. He was in Taming of the Shrew in 1977, back when he was on stage. Made an episode of The Love Boat in 1980. Did a cameo in Taxi, Family Ties, Happy Days, Tales from the Crypt. He was in that. I'm giving you some. He was in. I'm not trying to give you any of the obvious ones. Whew. All right, let's see. Did we somehow miss this? Was he in the movie Big? Yup. Watson's gone to it, isn't he? It's not Tim Allen. Alan May, no. And did he ever play a bartender? It's not Tom Cruise. He may have played a bartender because he's been in a lot of movies. Is it Tim Allen? No. Is it Ted Danson? No. But he was in the movie Big.
I don't think of this person as a comedian actor. You threw everyone off by saying comedy. He's not a comedic actor. I mean, he can probably do comedy in the 80s.
It specifically, maybe you weren't here, said he's been in a lot of comedy movies, and I consider him a comedian. He's funny.
I think you threw everyone off. I
Good.
disagree.
They're guessing Tim Allen. They're guessing Steve Martin. Those are perfectly right.
Comedian actors.
Yeah, and so is he.
This guy is not.
He was in Big. He was in Splash. The Money Pit. Dragnet in his buddy comedy with Cop. Turner and Hooch. Joe versus the Volcano. Those are all comedies.
Just because he is very talented. I mean,
His first 30 movies were comedies. He was in a sitcom called Bosom Buddies, where he played a cross-dressing stand-up comedy.
I am just exasperated.
The Money Pit, that's a comedian. That's a comedy. The Volunteers, that's a comedy. The Man with One Red Shoe, that's a comedy. Splash.
I feel like he would be...
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, another comedy.
This-
Big, a comedy. Turner and Hooch, a comedy.
actor-
Joe versus the Volcano, a comedy.
This person, I feel
Radio
like,
Flyer.
would be offended if their resume, started with, comedic actor. I think you're understanding.
Their career started with comedic actor. COMEDI. Okay, I'm going to read to you. I like this debate. I like this debate. We're getting a lot of Tom Hanks. Matt guessed it correctly.
Yeah.
George Clooney, no. He's the cousin of George Clooney. Interesting. Lots of us named it. Good job. Peter Weller, no. Did he do a stand-up comedy? And I love how offended Amy is about this. Ryan's laughing. Okay, let me read his career. What it says.
Go for it. Go for it.
First line. Many of Tom Hanks' early movies were comedies. He was famous for his roles in Big and Splash. He made his way into drama with A League of Their Own in Philadelphia, and he combined two genres with Forrest Gump. So if you ask me, is he a comedian? I say he didn't do stand-up, but he's been in a lot of comedies.
Well, it would throw people off if the person was Taylor Swift and you said that they're a country music star just because her first two albums were country. It would throw people off. They would be guessing country people and not her. So I think I'm just saying, I don't think he's a comedic actor. That's all.
We will ask the audience.
Yeah, what did they think?
Did I trick you by saying that
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is a male, white, or not black, non-bald, comedic actor
Yes.
who's been in a buddy comedy,
Yes.
buddy cop comedy?
Yeah. It was a trick.
Let's see. Ryan says, #stay hydrated. Thanks to the good folks at KaraMD. He's a smart man.
Do you have
Click
your
them
Pure
links.
IV in there?
Yeah, I got my Pure IV in there.
You need your Pure IV. That's
Pure IV.
good for...
Yeah,
you've been-
I had a cold. Yeah, no,
cold?
it's not a secret. You can tell them.
Okay.
At least I felt like I had a cold. I was so run down yesterday. I like that you're not trying to rat me out for having had a cold. I feel like I'm better, though. Like yesterday, I was just asleep a lot. I was just run down. Matt says this is a generational thing because he did comedy when he was younger, and he was a serious actor later, so that just means you're younger than me. She says, sorry, they're scrolling quick, but somebody says if you said that about Taylor Swift, it would have thrown them off.
Yeah.
Caprice said I said that he did comedy, so I was correct there. Tom Hanks was doing comedy up and back in 1987. It's on YouTube. So I said he wasn't famously a stand-up comedian, but he's probably done stand-up comedy. Sean Jones says, no, Tom Hanks is a comedic movie actor. He started out with comedy and TV, so he agrees. Braden Hogan says, comedy, that thing you do. That would be the case. I think they think you're wrong.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's because you're too young. You remember him as a serious actor. You didn't.
Right.
Because I didn't even show you like a lot of his comedy stuff. You had never seen Big until last year or something.
I was surprised that he was in goofy stuff. I didn't know.
What did we watch together? Did we watch Splash?
You told me about Splash.
Oh,
Like
okay.
maybe we sped watched it or watched like some clips on YouTube, but I don't think we saw all of it.
Yeah, I think I watched it kind of just in the background, and we talked about it. We watched Big together. I actually like Forrest Gump. It's got a fun soundtrack. What else? Have we seen anything else?
I've seen Castaway with him.
Castaway with him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably time that we move on to our next set of products. We've been talking about KaraMD. We need to talk about Lesure as well. Look at these fantastic pet beds by the good people at Lesure. Caprice says, you win. Here's the proof. Tom Hanks wrote a 5-minute stand-up act and performed it at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. As Hanks recalls, it was a pure flop, sweat time, and embarrassment.
I'm not arguing with you that he has done comedy. I just think that it was like calling Tom Hanks a comedic actor threw some people off. I think it threw me off because
It did throw you off because you didn't know much about him.
But you were technically correct.
Yes, I know. That's all I can be.
Yeah.
I mean, I try. I can't.
I know, yes,
and
no,
in
it's
fact,
not.
I usually try to explain my answers. I'll say yes or no.
Yeah.
So I'll say, yes, he is because he's been in a lot of comedic movies, but I don't know him to be known for doing stand-up. He's done stand-up because I remember watching Comedy Central, seeing him just do awful stand-up, like they'd show clips of it, but he wasn't a stand-up comedian.
We should watch him in that Mr. Rogers movie because I think he'd be very
I think
good
I
in
did
that.
see that already.
Really? Okay.
I think I did. Yeah. There's the 2 Captain movies he did, right?
Oh yeah, you liked that one. He did the Sully one.
Sully, hilarious.
And the pirate one.
Oh, what's the pirate one? Tom Hanks was a pirate movie. Captain something. Captain Spaulding. He was in Apollo 13. He's 1 degree away from Kevin Bacon, Apollo 13. Was he in Apollo 13? Does that mean I never get Amy's famous barbecue beef? Oh no. Ryan Casey says 1 degree. That's practically being Kevin Bacon. Captain Phillips. There we go. He was Doot. Still muted. We got a good crowd too. Let's start writing things down. What's that?
I think it's back.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, you're back, baby.
I'm back.
Woo!
Hit those refreshes.
Refresh.
You got audio again, Amy? Okay, so we got a few people getting their audio back. Now I hear myself in the background. You can go ahead and mute that now. That's good to see. So yeah, good stuff. Make sure to check out all the good pet beds and things. We also have Lesure's very cool and fantastic products here. Sean says he clicked refresh and nothing. So what did you do that was special, Amy? Did you close out the browser or what did you do?
No, but I had to, refresh words.
Yeah. So we've got a Lesure pet carrier as well. This is perfect for your little biscuits and friends, furry friends of the family. Fun stuff here. Biscuit fits just into here.
Oh, he loves that.
Like we said, we put him in his tiger suit so he relaxes. And Matt says his audio is back now that he refreshed it a second time. You know, it's interesting. Amazon's streaming is not always, it doesn't always work perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have quirks.
Which is weird because they own Twitch.
So they should be good at it, right?
Yeah, because Twitch is the premier live streaming platform. I think they're just slowly bringing it over to Amazon. Someday it's going to get there.
Maybe there's someone in the control room who didn't like Tom Hanks. It's just like, he's not a comedian. Mute you and your lies.
They're on my side.
You're just covering up the microphone behind me. But yeah, make sure to check out that Lesure pet carrier. Good stuff from the good folks at Lesure. Really fantastic, high quality stuff. I'm a big fan. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. I like that this is mesh. The dogs and cats can still see out of here. We should put Honey in here. He would love it.
Yeah.
He is so, like that. Honey is the mewiest cat, and he was so affectionate this morning. He was just all up in my grill.
He just wanted to wake me up to get treats.
He came upstairs. Amy was sleeping up here, and the cat came upstairs and just kept booping her until like he got his treats. He's like at 8 o'clock in the morning every day I get treats. Boop boop.
Come on.
Cats are funny like that. They will communicate when they want to.
We always know it's 8:30 at night too because they
Start to riot.
They start to riot if they don't
Treat
get their
time.
treats.
Why did you start giving treats at night? Just because you're a nice person?
Yeah, I've always given mine. They
Yeah,
get
evening treats.
Yeah, evening treats and morning treats.
Also check out these good folks at Bruno Marc.
Oof, love Bruno Marc.
Bruno Marc. So, you know what our YouTube channel hit recently? My YouTube channel, the 911 Studios.
A lot.
300,000
Wow.
subscribers, 27 million views.
That's chaotic.
Thank you all. Let's see. Tom Hanks just is a serious actor. I missed some of that comment. It went away. That's why you subscribe to Twitch channels, the Amazon Prime Gaming. Oh, yeah. Ryan says, just look at their happy little faces. Who can say no? Yeah, the cats do love their treats. They're not so little, though. We don't have little cats. They get all their treats.
Mr. Shears is in great shape.
Mr. Shears is just ripped.
Seriously
ripped. Let's see. Yeah, these are some sharp shoes from Bruno Marc. Check these out. I'm going to throw them to Amy. Check them out. She's great at catching things. I always throw stuff to her. What do you think about those? What's your favorite aspect of these shoes?
I've said this before. I'll say it again. This is weird. But
What do you
I
love?
always like things, whether it's the inside details of a very nice jacket or shoes or handbag.
Good throw.
If you can look on the inside and see that they've like taken care, they've like done a little fashion styling, some good stitching, a little pop of color.
Boom.
I always like those little things. It's always like a for me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the underneath you could confidently put your feet up on a desk like boss status.
Yeah. I saw, like I told people last week, but I saw a video and they were kind of making this congressman look like a clown, and he was talking trash and had his feet up on the desk, but they had holes in his shoe, and I think it was just like, why? Why are you putting your feet up on your desk during an interview to show the holes in your shoes? That just does not make you look like you know what you're doing. You look like a real sleazebag lawyer, wherever he was, and they weren't trying to make him look good, so they were like, oh, we're going to make sure to focus on these bad shoes. So folks, you don't want to look like a punk.
Get your Bruno Mars.
Get your Bruno Marcs. All right, and then we have the ones that have the stitching across here. A very similar shoe, but some stitching across. Some of these shoes are up to 28% off, so go ahead and click the links and see all the different bargains they got. The black ones are 11% off, and they have a great shine to them. Great sheen and a shine to these shoes.
Nice.
So,
Those are a great color too, because that works with absolutely everything. You can wear that with your khakis, you can wear that with a navy suit, you can wear that with black. Like, you can wear that with blue jeans. Like, it goes with everything.
Yeah. You know what Amy and I did this weekend that was fun? We did an impromptu run to. We got ourselves doner kebabs.
We did.
Doner kebabs are German Turkish food.
Yeah.
So the story is, for anyone who wants a little history lesson, after World War II, there weren't so many men left in Germany to repair and rebuild, reconstruct the country. So they went ahead and they contracted a lot of Turkish immigrants to come in and do some construction. Sorry, I got focused on what Amy was doing. They brought in a lot of Turkish immigrants to come in. So they came in, and you know, when you have immigrants, they're going to go ahead and start serving Turkish food. So the first and pretty much main fast food in Germany wound up being Turkish food, where they would do those gyros with the spits and the fire and all that. But they started catering these sandwiches to the German audience. So they would put cabbage on them, and they would put kind of a special garlic sauce on them, and they would very much customize them with some French fries and blah, blah, blah. So when I lived in Germany, when you wanted fast food, it was hard to find a McDonald's. It was hard to find a Arby's, Burger King, Pizza Hut. I don't think they make those.
Kintaco Hut.
Kintaco Huts. But you could get what they called a doner kebab. It would be a layer of, it would be a pita, like a fresh baked pita that was specific, cut down the center, and then stuffed with meat, then cabbage, some garlic sauce. Now they use a red sauce. They continue to evolve since I've been there, which was 20 years ago. They've got 3 or 4 different sauces they add on them. And then a bunch of vegetables. What are some of the vegetables they put on it?
I think
Onions, tomatoes, black olives if you want it.
yeah.
Jalapenos.
Yeah. He showed us, he went like down the thing, which I think was like onion, tomato, and 2 different colors of cabbages, and like maybe some carrots or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the shredded carrots I like on there.
Carrots,
Those are good. So anyway, we found a place that serves German-style Turkish food. There's one in Royal Oak, Michigan, and there's one in Tampa, Florida. And it was delicious.
It was amazing.
You got one that was falafel and jalapenos instead of the lamb.
So good.
Yeah. Yours was a spicy.
Yeah.
Amy was feeling a little upset stomach later on, so I ate the rest of hers, probably unrelated. And yours was a spicy meatball.
It's really good.
You put the red, crushed red pepper garlic sauce on it, as well as just a ton of freshly pickled jalapenos.
And some hummus.
And hummus.
That's good.
Not bad, even if I don't love chickpeas. But folks, check out these bargains from Bruno, Marc. Absolutely fantastic. They got so many cool shoes. Make sure to click through all of these. Yeah, Ryan says fashion doesn't have to be difficult. Braden says that he loves the Bruno Marcs. Watson says fashion doesn't need to be expensive.
True.
Watson is surprisingly one of the most fashionable guys I know. Maybe not surprisingly. Like, he always just like, he'd go into a Goodwill and I would buy something that would just be like a dorky t-shirt, and he'd come out with like a full leather slicker and just like a cool like hat that just went with it, and some, you know, just some kind of stretch bell-bottom jeans or something. With like, wow, that looks really super fly. You know, like, I don't know where he's finding this stuff, but you know, because he's a slender cat to begin with. So yeah, he'd walk out looking like super fly TNT. So we were talking about what Fifi's Afro Squad name should be.
Oh, yes. is.
So one that Watson, I think, came up with, because she's always smart and on it for trivia, but if she's a double operative, her name would be Misinformation. I like that. What was the other one we were going to do? Oh no, it was Misinformation and one other. Oh, but I like Misinformation for her. I think that was my favorite. Yeah. Watson, did we have another one? Misdirection.
Oh,
Misdirection,
yeah.
because she's Ryan's
directing the
director.
videos, yeah.
So she could be Misdirection or Misinformation.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So I like that. If we do a Afro Squad return movie after 20 years or 25 years, who knows? I think we say Afro Squad is founded in 97. Misinformed. So I like those names. Sean Jones says he prefers garbanzo beans instead of chicken peas. I would say chicken, like chicken fillet, chicken peas.
Those things.
So yeah, you can't get a German doner kebab, which is kind of a spicy gyro, at McDonald's. That's what Brayden says. Misinformed, misinformation.
So Bruno Marc, one of the things that I love about I know they're associated with dream pairs,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have a lot of pairs of dream pairs.
Yeah,
And
a lot of pairs of pears.
what I can tell you is that they are so comfortable.
Oh.
Yeah. So not only are you looking stylish, because a lot of times if you're wearing especially nice looking shoes,
Mm-hmm.
they're not comfortable.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you look good, but
You
you
look good.
feel awful.
You feel bad.
But not with Bruno Marc,
No.
because you're actually gonna have things that are quality and comfy and style, all in one.
Comfy, quality, stylish, all in one. That's Bruno Marc. Sean Joe says chicken peas and garbanzo beans are the same thing. Is that true?
Yeah.
And you knew that, and you just let me sit here and not know that.
Yeah.
No,
No, I said they're the same thing.
Yeah.
But then I realized he was messing with you,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I figured it was...
I don't like chicken peas, so apparently I don't like garbanzo beans. Yeah, also another nice looking pair of shoes. You know what? I just picked up some Asics as well for running, but for my
You-
style shoes, I always go with Bruno Marc.
You buy Asics every year.
Yeah, I
Like,
buy a new
different
pair
one,
pretty much every year of
Yeah.
jogging shoes. They used to be running shoes, but now I just jog. I don't run as much as I used to, but I jog a lot. I got 10 minutes in this morning. That was good. Yeah.
You make a difference though, running in your flops.
Oh, yeah.
Like after we ran in your flops, you were like,
Oh.
ow.
I think even we went for that hike in Grayling in my flops, and I think by the end of just 3
Yeah.
miles, I was just like, my feet hurt. You know, we did run a little bit, didn't we? That's right. Ryan says running shoes, jogging shoes, walking shoes, and lounging shoes. Yeah, Bruno Marc does a great job of just having stylish shoes that you can wear just about anywhere. I always see shoes like this, the Bruno Marcs, and I always think they'd be good to take on a cruise because they're light enough to wear to the pool, but also stylish enough to take to dinner.
Yeah.
So you could do a little bit of everything with them because you don't want to overpack, so you have to carry all that stuff around. So yeah, good stuff there. I'm just a big fan of the good folks at Bruno Marc. Remember, we've got so much fun stuff. Of course, the good folks at Lesure sponsoring us this week. We've got so many cool Lesure products, pet beds. We've got Bruno Marc. We have KaraMD, and of course, coming up, we have the good folks at Bedsure coming up in a couple minutes.
Are you gonna take your Bruno Marcs to the Dominican?
Ooh, yeah, I might.
I mean, you should.
Dancing
You
shoes.
should. I think you should.
We are going to Dominican Republic at the end of the month,
Yeah,
maybe the beginning of next month.
sometime around there.
I am optimistic but cautious about our Dominican trip because we're supposed to be staying at a fairly nice resort, but everyone's kind of like, it is not super busy. Like, it has
Yeah.
been
Like-
empty lately.
Like we saw.
We'll be the only ones there.
Yeah, I think I saw someone that said like we counted 16 people all day. Like they
Yeah.
were looking for other people.
I got an email from them saying it's under new management. Like, that's never a good sign. But it's still the same company, but they're like, we've brought in the people from our Cancun resort to run this resort. Because this one isn't so great lately. You know, when they're like, don't worry, we're changing things. It's getting better. Like, oh, that doesn't sound good. So we paid quite a bit for these rooms, right? And it's a really nice resort. I'm hoping the food is really good, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We
We
will see.
shall see.
What do they have in the Dominican? They've got water, shells, sand, and people. Ryan asks, what do they have in the Dominican?
Yeah, we're excited.
So I'm excited about it. And don't forget to be excited about all of our cool Bedsure stuff. Can you bring me the pillow over there so I can show off the cooling sheets?
Do we have a pillow over here?
The red pillowcase I think would work.
Oh,
Yeah, they've got some great pillowcases. 20% off. We've got all sorts of stuff. The good folks at Bedsure. Yeah, maybe. Which one is that?
Cooling blanket?
Cooling blanket. Yeah, we'll probably talk
Comforter.
about that here in a moment. And I've got their comforter on right now.
I have a quick voiceover. I'm gonna film
I'll
this.
go do your
I'll be back.
voiceover.
I'll be back.
She'll be back. Hey Ryan, you're not much of a traveler outside the U.S. Besides Canada, right? So much cool stuff from the good folks at Bedsure. Bedsure, man, I'm just surrounded by their products right now. I'm looking for, you've seen me talk about their waffled cooling blanket. This is one of my favorites. I love their quilted blankets for the winter. I've got one of their comforters on right now. We've got their Bedsure cooling sheets and their cooling blanket right here. So much fun stuff. If you get a chance, go ahead and check out the good folks at Bedsure. They're the best of the best, and you can forget the rest. You got that satin pillowcase. Ryan loves that satin pillowcase. He picked one up off of our broadcast. He's got that longer hair, and that just looks good with Bedsure. I gotta reboot my computer. It is not letting me select things accordingly. I'm not sure. You ever get that where like select just stops working? Maybe I need to hook up a mouse or something. The keypad isn't working. Ryan says, those sheets are great. The cat is always on my bed and he gets fur everywhere. But those sheets don't let the fur stick. Yeah. You know, Becky on our previous broadcast, she joins us a lot. She picked up the cooling blanket and she puts that underneath her husband's big comfy chair that he's got, his lazy boy. And it keeps it from being too hot because the material on it is a very hot material. You can't sleep with that heat. Ryan says the pillowcase is great too. Yeah. And we've got the white duvet cover. I've got their gray duvet cover, 15% off. So many good deals from the good folks at Bedsure, including that cooling blanket, that twin set. Actually, selected right now, I've got that same mattress protector and right next to it that bedding set, but I picked it up in the king and I've got that and I sleep on that one when we sleep downstairs. Amy and I have become quite nomadic lately. When we bought a flexi bed and Mattress Firm gave us a king-size mattress, so we put that in the guest room. So we're sleeping there every night because it was just a fun change things up. New king-size mattress and a good flexing bed and a TV, and we'd go in there at night and we'd watch TV. And then her brother visited, so we took the king size out, we put a queen back in there, just because it was a little too big for the room. And we haven't slept there since then. We've been sleeping upstairs because it gets so dark and we keep the air conditioning way down cold up here. I mean, you know, the one place we don't sleep very often is the master bedroom. Because the cats are so noisy at night, we don't want to deal with them. We come up here and it's quiet and we keep them out. Ryan says, sleep is so important. Getting your good sleep improves the rest of your life. Yeah. I had not, like yesterday, I just black bags under my eyes. I was not getting enough sleep. Got a couple naps in yesterday, but then I was up by 4:30 this morning, so I'll need a nap later, I guess. But yeah, folks, make sure to check out the good folks at Bedsure, all their fun stuff. This twin set here, you can click on it. It comes in twin, and you can get the queen and the king, etc., etc. Maybe even the California king. It's the entire set for you. That twin set is only $39.99. It is a bargain. Amy went downstairs to do a voiceover. Sometimes we have to do some voiceovers. I did some. Oh, there's my satin pillowcase. Where did that go?
It was in the stairs.
Oh, it was in the stairs because we did Bedsure live downstairs. That's right. Thank you. I was looking for my good satin pillowcase all around. We did two Amazon Prime Bedsure only videos last week. So I brought everything downstairs and I did them downstairs in front of the TV. You know what I had to do last week was a company had me do their treadmill video on Amazon Live. So that was fun because I got to work out while doing my Amazon Live. It counted as my cardio time because I did an hour Amazon Live and I did about 15 minutes of like jogging while I did the video, and then I sat and huffed for the other 45 minutes. But it was a good breakup. I would almost consider doing that once a week if I had the opportunity, just, you know, to do my live or every morning, because I use the treadmill all the time. Let's see. Ryan says, lay back with some cucumber slices on your eyes and pure IV, some crushed eye, and a big glass on the cooling blanket. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. I have my pet bed next to me so my dog can sleep there. It's a cooling pet bed, no less, that you can wipe up. Those Lesure pet beds are incredible. Yeah. Have my silky pillowcase. I could take a nap next to it. Have my pure IV and maybe a glass of Ultra Beats to get that great circulation.
Do you know what Dr. Kara product I took recently?
No.
A few days ago, I took some of his, I believe it's called Tranquility.
Oh, for sleep? Or no, that's just to relax.
Relax and
To
chill.
chillax. It's got magnesium and stuff in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is like, there's a lot of other calming herbs and
Yeah.
things like that, but I think really the most like science-backed ingredient in that, and I'm sure Dr. Kara could explain it way better than I could, but there's a lot of magnesium, which just lowers your blood pressure naturally and helps you.
You're not
calm
wrong.
down, and
You're
it's
not wrong.
fantastic.
Oh, cool, Dr. Kara doing it again. Yeah, I like the Focus 365 really does work for keeping you focused during the day. The Lectin Guard, that's a fantastic one. But yeah, the Comfort Guard, this is one for aches and pains. And if you haven't been taking your turmeric, it's a very healthy supplement. It's in most Indian foods. And it's just a root that they've been taking for years that really does seem to help with inflammation. A lot of people I know don't know the value of nutrition. They sit there, eat hot dogs and hamburgers and whatnot, and then wonder why they don't have the flexibility they used to have. You know, I truly believe that your body will give you a lot of pain and aches if you're not exercising and eating right. And probably exercise is the thing that's hurting the most people. If you're not moving, you don't even have to do heavy exercise, but I think just stretching and stuff, real important. Amy does yoga. How often do you do yoga? 5 times a week?
Yeah.
About 5 times a week. And I really can't stress the benefits of yoga. So, eat right, get your stretching in, get your exercise in, and it's good stuff. But yeah, and then get a good night's sleep, which is the one thing I'm not doing enough of. But we've got some duvet covers here. We've got some cooling blankets here. This is a great cooling blanket. We did a temperature test with a heat gun, and it was about 3 degrees cooler than room temperature. Yeah, Watson says stretching is underrated. Watson's a guy who stays in good shape. Like, he's a person who has a sedentary job, if you will, for the most part, right? But he stays limber. He does his marathon. He does his workouts. He does his kettlebells and whatnot. I'm very proud of Watson for working out good with that stuff. Amy also just you're always into something, right?
I like my exercise for sure.
I'm definitely gonna hit the gym this afternoon within the next hour or two if you decide you want to go.
Oh, great.
Ryan says he's going to get a siesta here. Well, that's good. Yeah, you deserve a siesta. I know. Ryan keeps some odd hours sometimes. You're like, I'll message you at 4:30 in the morning and you'll still be up. Ryan says, Jim and Ruby Tuesdays.
How did you
Yeah.
know?
I probably hit Ruby Tuesday's salad bar more than I should, but it's close, and I do not hate it. Also, their chicken tenders aren't bad. Sean Jones thinks Watson's fictional. There's not even a real Watson out there. Amy might be fictional. We haven't seen her on camera in a while. What were you, like, we were doing a live, and you were talking behind the camera, and they called you the
Shadow lady.
the shadowy woman, the woman in the shadows.
Which I liked.
You have a co-host of a shadowy woman. You know who I saw, speaking of shadowy women, you know who I saw on Instagram recently? Cassandra Peterson, I think is her name. Maybe I got that wrong, but Elvira?
Oh, love her.
She is still, like, she was just in her normal, not Elvira outfit. She's looking fit as can be.
I know.
If we ever meet her, you better talk to her.
Away from men in the sun.
That's a sign. Yeah,
That's the secret.
I guess that's
the secret to longevity.
Stay away from men in the sun. Yeah, I was literally inferring that if we ever meet her, you talk to her. I guess you got a better chance. I actually met her once in Denver, and she was just the sweetest lady. She was hosting a premiere for a movie, and somehow I snuck backstage, and she was waiting to go on stage, and she came over and was just chatting with me, just casual conversation before she talked in front of the crowd. And then somehow I got a front row seat because they're like, all right, well, go sit down. And I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't even have a ticket. Yeah, I was just standing there talking to Elvira, and they're like, do you want to go sit in the front row? Sure. I think they had saved the seat for like her and her entourage, but they didn't even stay for the movie. So, proof that she does exist, yeah. Yeah, she's awesome. Braden says we need to bring Amy back.
Yeah.
She's a busy lady. This lady's got a full-time job now doing her own. She does, if you look on YouTube, you'll find her as Shopping with Amy. YouTube.com/911divas. Shopping with Amy. We're going to change up the name a little bit because it says like, when I originally named it, it was like Shopping with Amy, then it was like style, fashion, and whatever, but you do more tech and gadgets than anything, don't you?
Yeah.
Household goods a bit.
Home goods.
Home goods. There's a home goods. Yeah, so I did basically sneak into the Elvira thing. So the story was I was at the Air Force Academy. My buddy Jason pulls up in his car. I'm walking up to the dorms, and he's like, "Get in. We're gonna go meet Elvira." And I was like, "All right." So if anybody comes up to you and you're there, like your buddy's like, "Get in. We're gonna meet Elvira," you get in. So I get in the car, and he drives to the movie theater over by the airport in actually Colorado Springs, and we get there, and there's a long line for autographs. So we get in line for autographs, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. And just before there's like 10 people left, Elvira's like, "I'm so sorry, I need to go. We're premiering the movie, and it's starting in like 2 minutes. 10 minutes or whatever." So we didn't get her autograph. We didn't get to meet her. So, but there's only like 10 of us left in line who didn't get to meet her. So the people who work in the movie theater start bringing in all those ropes and things they had, like the turnstiles. So we just decide to go help, and we bring everything backstage. And then like we're bringing stuff in, and we're just helping. You know, we're just two 20-year-olds just like, "Oh, you guys need some help?" So we're backstage putting everything away, and Elvira's just standing there. So it's just us and Elvira. And we get done, and we just stand there like, I don't know what to do. So we're just like, "Hi." She's like, "Well, thanks for helping out with that." I was like, "Well, no problem." And she's like, "Are you staying for the movie?" I was like, "I don't have a ticket," you know? And then like her manager or whatever is like, "Go sit in the front row. You can have those seats right there." And I'm like, "Okay." And it was funny. My buddy Jason sold me on the idea. He's like, "It's an IMAX movie. We get to see Elvira at 40 feet tall." And I was like, "Well, that sounds amazing." I would like to see that. It was a weird musical too. I don't even remember. It was like Haunted Hills or something. Elvira's Haunted Hills or something. Something double entendre-y. What even was the movie? Yeah, I think we'll Google it. My Google machine isn't working, but we'll look up Elvira's Haunted Hills. Or maybe if I just look up Elvira in IMAX. Elvira's Haunted Hills. That's probably it. In IMAX. 40 foot tall. Yeah, that was a big Elvira. So folks, so much fun stuff, of course. We'd like to thank our sponsors. Dr. Kara. Get your Ultra Beats while you can. Bedsure with their silky Bedsure products. They've got so much cooling products that are on sale right now. The good folks at Bruno, Marc. The best of the best. And not to be outdone, I absolutely love the Lesure folks. They've got such cool carrying cases for your kittens. And dope dog beds for your doggies. What even was the movie? Do we have anything else, Amy?
No, I don't think so. Just love our sponsors, love our crowd.
Yeah, our crowd is amazing. You guys are great.
Tom Hanks is not a comedic actor. Not that he can't do comedy, he can, but he is not known as a comedic
Is
actor.
Tom Hanks a comedic?
Is he known for being
Is Tom? No, you said he's not a comedic actor.
No,
Is Tom Hanks a
I said
comedic
you
actor?
can do those things, but just because you can
Yeah,
doesn't mean...
you said Tom Hanks is not a comedic actor. I asked Bing, is Tom Hanks a comedic actor? It just put up a screen that said yes. It just said yes.
Bing's
According to 6 sources.
Bing is not
Yes,
real
according to
life.
6 sources.
Bing is made up.
Bing is fake.
It's not real.
His films have grossed $4.9 billion. One of the biggest grossing actors of all time. But I think Samuel L. Jackson's passed him because he's been in every Marvel movie. Like, he just has a cameo in every movie. But Tom Hanks was one of the highest grossing, if not the highest at one point. He's scheduled to be in Here, Asteroid City, and he just released A Man Called Otto and Pinocchio. Oh, and are the Toy Story movies, are those comedies? Because he's been 4 of those. Toy Story's that's not a comedy. SNL Mr. Belvedere fan club skit is comedy gold. Sean Jones says yes, Tom Hanks is a comedic actor.
They're all on your side on this. Like,
Yeah,
just wrong.
that's because we're all over 40. All right, folks, make sure to put those last items in your cart. Special thanks from the good folks at Bedsure, KaraMD, Lesure, and Bruno Marc. We appreciate you. Ryan, Sean, Watson, Braden, and the crew, thank you for joining us, and goodbye, my friends. Adios, amigos. Sayonara, sensei.